Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you guys have all enjoyed the content so far. Today I'm going to be putting a new set of pedals on the Vetus. Yesterday I was at Quiet Waters Park here in Deerfield Beach, Florida, and I ended up hitting a rock and broke my original Oneup black composite pedal. And I'm just going to show you guys how to put pedals on. I know it seems a little remedial, but to some people might not know how to put them on, so we'll go over that real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and open up this box and show you what I got in here. And I ordered these from Oneup. They come in this cardboard box. It seems like all these bike companies have recycling in mind, because this has no plastic in it, just the plastic pedals or composite pedals. And they look pretty nice. And the same size as the black ones I have now. And they have some more cardboard inserts to separate them. Another pedal here. And then it's got a label here. It says this pedal is not designed for use for any type of indoor exercise bicycle, which I would imagine you wouldn't want to use these on an inside bike trainer type thing. But don't mind my battery backup. We're gonna go ahead and get started here. I'm gonna take the old pedals off, bring them to the bench here, and show you guys what we're working with. We're gonna go ahead and get started by removing the non-drive side. And these are reverse thread, so you have to turn to the right to remove it. And you just got to be careful not to cross thread these things when you put them in. Put them in by hand before you put any type of torque on them. There's the non-drive side. And now we'll take off the drive side. And this one's a regular thread. I'm going to turn to the left to remove. Anytime you take something off, take that time to clean off the threads and the hole where it goes. You want to make sure you're threading into a clean area. Don't want to have any dirt or anything that will cause issues with the threading process when you put these in. As usual, this bike is dirty. I washed it a couple days ago, and sure enough, things never stay clean. Alright, nice and clean. Let's go to the bench and take a look at these pedals. So we're back at the workbench here, and we're gonna go ahead and compare these two. They're the same pedals by the same brand. Only difference is that one is purple and one's not. And when I got these pedals back at the end of 2020, they only came in black, and now I have the option of having purple, so I went with that. I haven't had any issues with grip with these pedals. They've actually been pretty good, and I like their pin placement, nice wide pedals. And in comparison to a couple other ones, like I tried the Chester, the Race Face. They were nice pedals, but they weren't for me. And these seem to grip pretty well on the Shimano shoes I have, so I have no complaints. And I've had a couple pedal strikes with these guys. You can see where some of these pins have hit, and they've never really broken. I mean, I've hit these things so many times. But when I was at Quiet Waters yesterday, I was doing some speed laps, and I was going pretty fast when I hit a big boulder and cracked this pedal. Now, I'm pretty surprised with these composite pedals. This pedal was still intact and was hanging on, but just a piece of plastic holding on here, and I finished my lap. And I ended up going up to Jupiter to Jonathan Dickinson and rode another 8 miles, and the rest of the pedal didn't break off road, so pretty impressed. They still held on. You can see that it's pretty much done. There's no salvaging this pedal. But I would recommend these pedals. You know, in my mind, the theory of these composites, I like the idea of the fact that they break versus potentially breaking your crank. And I don't know if that's a real thing or not, but I would only imagine that with an aluminum pedal, if you hit something hard enough, it's going to bend the crank or the spindle on the pedal. Versus these guys, they'll just kind of snap and break where they're at there. But I would recommend them to anyone looking for composite pedals. I think I paid $60 for these, which is not a bad price. And yeah, check them out. Maybe you might like them. Let's get a weight on these guys and see what they weigh. So one pedal is going to weigh you 180 grams. Both of them you're looking at 363 grams. 362 grams, which isn't bad for a composite pedal. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit lighter than some aluminum pedals out there, but you know, it's personal choice. Some people prefer aluminum, some prefer composite. What's really nice about these pedals that I like a lot is that they do have a pin kit available for these, and they do sell small parts for these, bearings, caps, and they are sealed bearings. And these I've never actually serviced since 2020. I haven't done anything to them. I've just ridden them and they've been good from the beginning. That's why I want to ride them again and why I chose to go with this company again. But we'll go ahead and get these on the bike, and we'll get out there and ride today, hopefully. We're going to take some of our part grease, the PPL-1, and we're going to go ahead and put a little bit on the threads. You can use this or lock anti-seize, not Loctite, anti-seize or grease, just so we don't get any seized threads in there. And these are side specific. One's going to say CR-R and the other one's going to say CR-L. So we're going to start with our non-drive side. We'll go ahead and thread these. Remember, these are reverse threads, so you're going to turn left to thread these on. Normally you would turn right, but these are left-hand threads. What's really nice about these pedals is on the other side they do have an Allen key fitting, so you can use an Allen key and or a 15mm wrench. You can torque these to spec. I just like to put them on nice and tight. Actually looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and get the drive side on as well. Alright, we'll thread the drive side. Turn those threads to the right. Remember, make sure that they thread in easily with your fingers before you start putting any type of torque on these, so you don't cross thread anything. A lot of people make that mistake and end up in a big situation. That's nice and tight. Check it out. That actually looks pretty good. Pretty happy with the purple. I think it looks great. Sometime this week I'm actually picking up some rear jockey wheels for the back by a company called Gabaruk that someone actually told me about, German company, and I'm going to be swapping out these rear jockey wheels, and I'll do a video on that. But enough of me talking, enough of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm actually going to get out and try to ride these today. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments or send me a private message on Instagram. But hope you guys have a great day and you get out and ride.